Hello, welcome to the CEO DG and La YouTube channel.
Here is another video of Greek and Latin roots. So in this video, we'll be learning some more Greek and Latin roots like scribe, ideo, dom, chron, logi, poly, missine, soma, phil, rect, and many more. So these are helpful for exams like CAT, XAT, IIFT, IRMA, CET, MAT, UPM CAT, and all academic and competitive exams. Let's continue with our Greek roots. This is the Greek root phil, which means to love. The Greek root that expresses the word love is phil. Words related to that: philology, which means love of a language or words. So any person who loves languages or some words, we can call them as philology. Because ology is study of, so something related to the study. It could mean the humanistic study of historical linguistics, or in philosophy, it could be love and study of learning, literature, like broadly speaking about it. And in the context of culture, we can say it as scholarship and culture, particularly classical, literary, and linguistic. So in all such of these contexts, we can use the word philology. The next one is philosophy. So we usually hear people saying, so this is some kind of philosophy. So which means the love of wisdom. Phil is love, and here philosophy gives the love of wisdom. The next one is philanthropy. So this is something we regularly hear. Phil, love, anthropos, humankind or mankind. So the love for mankind, we call it as philanthropy. And one who shows philanthropy is called a philanthropist. The next one is Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love. So it is also the largest city in Pennsylvania, which is in US. And there are some villages and also some cities in Greek situated with this name, Philadelphia. But in this context, it means city of brotherly love. The next one is Philharmonic. Phil is love, and harmonic is something related to harmony or music specially. So the love for music or harmony, we call it as philharmonic. So the appreciative of music and especially its performance, we call it as philharmonic. The next one is bibliophile. Biblio means books and phile is love. So the lover of books, we call it as bibliophile. Or one who collects books not necessarily due to any interest in reading them, we can also call them as a bibliophile. The next one is Anglophile. Anglophile is the admirer of British culture, people, and etc. Someone who loves the country or culture of people of England, the English people. We can call such people as Anglophiles. The next one is philatelist. Phil is love, and philatelist gives one who collects or studies about stamps is called a philatelist. The process of stamp collecting, we can call it as philately. So the study of postage stamps, postal routes, or postal history, we can also term it as philately. The next root we are going to see is poly. Poly, which means many. And words including poly are polyglot. Poly is many. So polyglot is someone who is competent in many languages. We can also refer it to as versed in or speaking many languages. That is polyglot. The next one is polygon. which we have heard right from our high school. Polygon is a geometrical plane figure with 3 or more straight lines. Any such figure we call it as polygon. For example, like a triangle with 3 lines, rectangle, or a square, with 4 lines and it is a plane figure, and continuing so on, pentagon, hexagon, septagon, octagon, nanogon, decagon, and so on. So all these are polygons. The next one is also a math related thing, which is polynomial. Use it to describe a mathematical expression with more than 2 terms. That is a polynomial. So any expression which have more than 2 terms. For example, like x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 1. So this is a polynomial expression. So these two words both are related to mathematics, which we use very frequently. The next one is polymath. So though it has math in the word, but is not completely related to math here. A polymath is someone who is very knowledgeable in a variety of subjects. We call such persons as polymath. So someone who has extraordinarily broad and comprehensive knowledge. We call such persons as a polymath. The next one is psych. So the Greek word psych means something related to mind, spirit, or soul. All these Greek words mean psych. So some examples here we have are psychosis. Psychosis is simply a mental disorder, and sometimes it may relate with physical damage to the brain marked by personality and a distorted view of reality. So such cases can also arrive if someone has this mental disorder, that is a psychosis. The next one is psychiatrist. So one who treats the psychos, or simply a doctor who heals the mind, the spirit, or the soul. We call them as psychiatrist. In all these words we have our root word psych. So a psychiatrist is someone simply a mind healer. The next one is psychotic. Psychotic is one who loses touch with the reality, or we can also say someone who is suffering from the psychosis disease. He or she can be called as a psychotic. We have the root psych. So one who loses the reality, the touch of reality, or one who suffers from the psychosis is called a psychotic. The next one is psychedelic, which means that which causes effect on mind. So it could be like relating to the hallucinations, distortions of perception, or altered awareness. All such examples can come under psychedelic. So all these have the effect on mind, and the resulting could be really harmful for the human brain. So such type of effects on the brain, we call it as psychedelic. And the next one is psychic. So having the special mental ability, that is psychic. So it could be the ability, which means it could be like extrasensory abilities such as precognition, telepathy, or one who appears to be paranormal or having supernatural influences. So we can call such persons as psychic, or such persons having the ability, we call them as psychic. The next one is psycho. So psycho means kinesis change the physical state or position of a physical object by the power of mind. So kinesis here means motion or movement. So kinesis change the physical state or position of a physical object by the power of mind. Such type of persons we call them as psycho. So here we can again term it as someone who is psychotic, or could also be someone who acts bizarre or in a dangerous manner. So such persons we call them as psycho. The next root is pyre, so which is similar in sound, which is somewhat like a homonym, which means fire, pyre, fire. So some of the words are pyre, which means pile of burning material. We call it as pyre. It could be a funeral pile or a combustible heap on which corpses are burned. Such references can also be taken for the word pyre. It is directly related to the root word pyre, which means fire. The next one is pyrogenic. Pyrogenic refers to producing of heat. So pyre means fire and genic means synthesizing. So generation or something that is produced by heat, especially in the body. For example, like fever. Or it could be that is like in the context of pathology. So in the context of geology, you can say it as a mineral formed from magma. A mineral formed from magma at high temperature. That is also an example of pyrogenic. The next one is pyromaniac. So pyre again fire and maniac is fond or an insane person. We call as maniac. So person who sets fire to things is called a pyromaniac. Or we can also say someone who is suffering from pyromania. Someone who is suffering from pyromania, we can also call them as pyromaniac. But pyromania is a compulsive disorder, which is the obsession with fire or uncontrollable urge to start fire. So someone who simply sets fire to things is called a pyromaniac. The next one is pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics is relating to fireworks. So it could be the display of fireworks or the art and technology of fireworks, and related to also the military applications. The impressive display of fireworks, we call it as pyrotechnics. So pyro, fire, and techniques here refers to fireworks. Something related to fireworks or the impressive display of it is called pyrotechnics. The next one is soph. Soph means wisdom. So it could be like philosophy, because we have two root words here, phil, love, sophy, which means wisdom. Here it means love of wisdom. So simply philosophy means love for wisdom. The next one is sophist ancient. Sophist, which means again wisdom, soph, and ancient, something related to the ancient times. So sophist ancient is a Greek philosopher, is called a sophist ancient. The next one is sophisticated. So it is urbane, classy, or complex. All such refers to sophisticated. Or you can also define it as a worldly wise person is called sophisticated. So sophisticated refers to worldly wise person or someone who is having the worldly experience, who is also elegant, complex too. So all such contexts can be referred to as sophisticated. So the next root is soma, which means body. So the Greek root soma means body. For example, like somato, which is body type. So it could be relating to the human or animal body, which is called somato. So we have the root soma. And the next one is somatic. So something relating to the body. When we talk about something that is related to the body type or something that is bodily, we call it as somatic. It could also mean part of or relating to the body of an organism. So that is called somatic. The next one is psychosomatic. So we have another Greek root psych, and the next one is soma. So it relates to the physical illness which is mentally induced. So as we learned, we have psych means mind and soma here means body. So this is the collaboration of both, and this is pertaining to both the mind and the body. So something in medicine in particular pertaining to the physical disease symptoms which have the mental causes. So due to the mental cause, we have some physical illness. Such type of situations, or the persons who are going to such somatic situations, have both the physical illness which is mentally induced. The next one is somatology. Soma is body and ology we have study of. So study of physiology and anatomy of body. So both of the physiology and anatomy, we call it as somatology. So it is basically the physical nature of human beings. The study of physical nature of human beings, it is somatology. The next one is theo. So the Greek root theo, which means God. We have words like theology, which is the study of God or religion. Theo means God and ology is study. So basically it is study of God, or it could be, that is theology. The next one is theocracy. Government by gods is called theocracy. So simply rule by God in simple terms. So the government by gods means it is under the control of a sponsored religion and simply ruled by God. That is theocracy. The next one is theomachy, which is the battle among gods. So theos means God and theomachy refers to the war or struggle against God, or it could be among or against the gods. So in all these terms, it could be termed as theomachy. Three meanings here. The first one is battle among gods. The second one is a fight against the gods, as like mythological battle of the Jains against the gods. And the next one is an opposition to divine will. So all these kinds of context refers to theomachy. So these are some of the words relating to the root word theo, which means God.
Dhanyavad. Thank you. If you like this video, do like, subscribe and share. See you in the next one. Bye bye.